Hi everyone and welcome to episode 345 of Aussie Tech Heads. It is the 13th of June 2013 and welcome to another week of news, tech news and views. And have we got some for you tonight? We've each got all these show notes packed up into the Google Drive and we are going to unleash them all into your ears. So how do you like that? Tonight's bandwidth for the show is brought to you by the aussietechheads.com.au/hosting. If you're after professional, fast Aussie servers and, you just need some space to put your webpage, go and have a look. aussietechheads.com.au/hosting. And, also welcome to the Lounge. The Lounge joins us live every single week at around about 7:30 for the show at aussietechheads.com.au/live. So a big hello to the live listeners in the Lounge. How you doing? And you can also see the video and the audio post-record on the relevant platforms, iTunes, YouTube, or the webpage. So there you go. And also, before Aussie Tech Heads each week, you might tune in and want to listen to techwebcast.info. They let us replay their show every single week. And I think they record on a Saturday and we replay it on the Thursday before the show. So as always, Tech Thursday night starts off at around about, 6:30, something like that. Depends on how long the Tech Webcast boys go for. But anyway, this is Aussie Tech Heads. And no Will tonight. Will's got a little toothache. Oh, and he'll be out listening in the lounge.
Lost the will to live.
So he'll be back next week, hopefully. And Eric is away with the Pixie somewhere. All right. So tonight we've just got the usual crowd, apart from Eric and Will, is Jace and Shane. Let's go and see what Jace is up to. Hello, Jason.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
How's it going?
Good. How's your week been?
Yeah, not too bad. A couple of new announcements for some electronic-y things. I don't know, but nothing major, I guess.
Oh, good. Was the WDC or whatever they call itself, was that at like 3 a.m.?
WWDC? Yeah, I didn't get up that early anymore. I used to a long time ago, but...
You're over it?
Over it, yeah.
Well, we've got a few Apple stories, and I have anyway, and I'm sure the others have too, because it's been a big week for Apple news, and so why not? Will's not here to bring us back to earth, but Jace, you're a bit of an Android dude, so I'm sure you'll tell us what's going on. And Shane, how you doing, Shane?
Good, Glenn. How are you? And how are you, Jason?
Not too bad. How's yourself?
Yeah, good.
Surviving.
Now, what have you been up to, Shane? Just poking around, doing same old?
Yeah, no, things are starting to kind of quieten down work-wise. Home life's as busy as it's always been, trying to, fit things in and, spend time with the family and all that kind of thing. But,
well, that's
you
right.
got to do what you got to do.
That's right. Now, did you happen to listen to the Shoutcast this week? Because you've been a bit of a listener on the Shoutcast stream, haven't you?
Yeah, no, I'm a convert. I have. Nothing really kind of jumped out at me though. What I do notice, I don't know when you do the update of the Shoutcast, but I think at the beginning of the week, there's a lot of the same stuff as like the previous week. So I don't know when you actually do the update. You might probably do the update like Wednesday or Thursday or something, and I just haven't found it yet.
Yeah, new shows go up on a Thursday evening. Sometimes Thursday, but so Thursday's the changeover day pretty much. So new shows every Thursday. So if you want to listen to that, you either go to your local Shoutcast app on your media device and search for Aussie Tech Heads, or you can find it at aussietechradio.com. You can go there and it'll give you some instructions on how to listen to it, where depending on where you want to listen to. So
what kind of shows do we have?
We have, we've got heaps of shows on there. We've got the Ozdroid show. We've got Two Boys Talking Tech, which is New Zealand alongside of Geeksphere.tv. There's Your Tech Life. There's others that I just can't keep going on. I'll bore you. With the long list.
Tech info.
That's right. That's right.
You got the Den.
The Den. Yeah,
that's an interesting show.
Yes, it's not a tech show, but I thought you just chuck it in there for a bit of differentiation, if you know what I mean.
Righty.
That's right. It's one of those shows that come on at 1 a.m. in the morning or something like that. But yeah, go along and listen to the Shoutcast radio thing. So it's there to be listened to. That's right. All right.
So is our website all good now? Is it all
hopefully,
malwared?
Hopefully, yes.
Tickety boo.
Yeah, the website was attacked by some nasty little malware dudes, and yeah, look, I don't know. I was luckily that I was able to sort it all out. You know, I didn't think I was going to be able to, but I did a bit of research, and yeah, I learned a lot of how to de-malware your website. So yeah, so it's been good. All right, so
I had to do something similar for my website a while ago. I gave somebody access to upload some files at one stage, and somebody got into his Yahoo account where the username and password I gave him was insecurely kept, and before I knew it, my site was getting banned and shut down and stuff. So I had to go through and clean it all out.
oh yeah, it's a pain in the backside because.
It happened.
Yeah, because I cleaned it all out, and then it happened again, and then I realised that, well, I cleaned out, it had code injection, and I got no idea how they do this, but yeah, they inject these little iframes into some of the pages, and then I realised, because it came back again the next day, I'm thinking, well, I haven't actually deleted the source of it, and then I noticed that all these little files, they were called default.php, they were in all these directories, and so I just deleted all of those, and that sort of pretty much fixed it up. But I don't know, how do they get in, Jace? How do they upload to a secure site server?
It depends on if you've got like an old version of WordPress or one that hasn't been patched yet, or there's something that they know about that WordPress hasn't got around to patching, and other CMS applications like that. It might be a plugin or something like that that's vulnerable. What happened with some of the ones I've had in the past, I was actually hosting with this web hosting company, and they swear it wasn't their fault, but I didn't get my site hacked before them. I didn't get hacked after I moved away from them. So, it had to be them, and they're actually getting access to the actual root of the server and then attacking everyone's accounts. But for things like WordPress, if it's out of date, they'll look at the search terms, and they look for like WordPress version whatever, because WordPress usually puts that at the bottom of every page, and then they just do a Google search for that, and Google will happily give away the your versions, and they'll just go to your site and run a script on there that auto hacks it for them. So usually script kiddie type things, they don't know what they're doing, they just found this script on a website that auto hacks whatever plugin version or whatever WordPress version or other CMS automatically for them, and then they upload a bunch of crap to it.
Well, I think that was my issue, because I did have some old installs of just some muck around, like Joomla installs I was working with, and honestly I just had forgotten all about them, and I'm pretty sure that's how they come in. So they've been now deleted, and everything seems to be running smoothly. I went out and searched, like I got WordPress and Joomla running, so I've gone out and searched for plugins for both, for update notifications. So as soon as there's an update to core or plugin, I get an email.
You know about it.
Yeah. I'm never going down malware path again. I hope. All
right. WordPress and Joomla are very good CMSs. I've used both in the past, depending on what's needed for the website that I'm building, and I think they're quite good. I think the reason they uploaded default.php is the way that the Apache and other web servers are set. First, they'll search the directory for depending on how they're configured, they might first search for default.php, then index.php, then index.html. So whichever one is set first on the server to be displayed, if they just make the file that, if yours is index.php and the first one the server will display is default.php, which is an old weird one, then that's the way that they'll get in, by putting theirs in first, so theirs will get displayed instead of yours.
Yeah, well, I had some HT access issues as well. So, but anyway, it's all cleared up, and hopefully everything's running good. I even got the spamware or malware in my Google sitemap or Google results from the Google search. Like crazy stuff. So anyway, it's all clear. Fingers crossed. Good. Touch wood. It's all clear.
Good.
And someone else has just joined us. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Are you on?
His
mic's muted.
In your ear.
He's whispering sweet nothings. Well, we'll wait till he figures that out, and I think he's trying to figure it out. No, he's trying. Are you talking? No. Anyway, all right.
Hello.
Oh, there he is.
There we go.
Oh dear, sorry
He
about that. Hello,
speaks!
gentlemen. I'll
It's a
start again.
miracle.
How you doing?
Praise Davis.
I'm all right. Hello, gents.
Hello.
Hello.
Good.
Where's William?
No Moroccan chicken
Hiding.
this week on the menu tonight.
Moroccan chicken?
Yeah. Whatever.
No. I had crispy chicken wings though. It was nice.
Yum yum. And no blue tie. I thought you might have wore a blue tie.
Blue shirt. Blue shirt.
All right, good stuff. If I had a blue tie, I would have wore one. Yeah, so anyway.
I tried to get a blue tie, but they're all sold out at slagbuckets.com. So
And no quail on the menu either.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. All right. So that's good. So Eric, you've joined us. We're just about to go through some stories, but just before we do, I was away last week, and thanks to the guys and Will for carrying on the show. And I want to thank everyone just personally for all the emails and the wishes that you sent in to me. So I appreciate them all. It was a tough week, but yeah, these things happen, and that's obviously for the best in the long run. So thanks a lot. All right, let's go. Well, I suppose the big news, we might as well start with this and get it over with, Apple news. Well, Eric, seeing that you're the Apple dude, what happened with Apple this week? Is there any news?
Something Apple happened, did it?
Oh, hang on.
I can't see that.
Go
Too
again.
bright.
Too bright.
Too bright. Well, the light's in the wrong spot.
Yeah, it's too bright.
I can't see it. Forget it.
So this is on your normal phone? This is your production phone?
No, well, I've got two, so
Yep.
it's on one of them.
Right, and how do you like it? This is iOS 7, for those of you who are wanting to know.
iOS 7, now, I can only say so much.
Right.
So far, I like it.
Yep.
What else can I say? That
It looks
It's
good.
very
can't
You
talk
signed
about.
an NDA, have you, Eric?
Yeah, you have to.
All right.
I can't tell you about the features, but I can talk about things like whether it's faster or slower.
Right. Well, I can talk about the
it's
features.
It's faster. You can talk about the features. Look, I can talk about anything that's publicly known already.
Anything that was at WWDC should be fine.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what I know about it, and then we can go from there. So iOS 7.
I'll just nod my head.
Okay, so it's been released for the
Headbanger.
iPhone and iPad, I would presume. Features a new interface.
No, not
No.
iPad yet.
On the
yet.
iPhone.
But it will
not
be.
yet. It will be, yes, in about, they said a few weeks, so who knows what that means.
So it features a new user interface that replaced its bubbly textures and pattern backgrounds with a flatter, cleaner design and lightened colour tones. Apple said the new
It
user
also
face...
has bubbles.
I thought it was a bit bubbly.
Has what? Bubbles?
Yeah, the icons have got bubbles now instead. Like the game center is a bunch of colourful bubbles you can see up the top there.
Apple said
Hey, don't make fun.
Apple said the new user interface, which also features motion tracking, will make the iPhone's display look bigger. There's a new control center, which allows users to view all notifications in the lock screen with a single swipe. The interface also lets users access Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and airplane mode settings, as well as brightness and volume controls. And a big change to iOS 7 involves multitasking. I think this is probably long overdue. A new API allows developers to enable apps to multitask in the background, plus users can access preview screens of apps that are open by tapping the home button twice. And perhaps the best of all, iOS 7 will study when users access certain apps so that the OS can have them updated and ready to launch before users click on them. Wow. Applications from Apple's App Store will automatically update. Well, that's all going on, isn't it?
But there's a trick. There's a little caveat to that.
Yes.
There's a little button in there. He says something along the lines of use App Store for 3G. And if you keep that on, it'll update in the background while you're in 3G, and it'll just, it'll eat you.
Quota.
There goes your quota. Exactly. I turned that off, obviously.
So is
you
that
can turn
on-
it back on if you need to download something just quickly.
Is that on by default?
It's on by default. So that's a bit of a, that should be off by default. Because if, for example, that...
They might tidy that up before the release.
They should. There's one app that's really, like the turn-by-turn app that I've got, that's a, I can't remember the name of it now.
Maps?
No, no, it's Map, but it's on your phone. What's one of the big
Where
GPS
is?
guys?
Garmin.
TomTom?
TomTom,
Yeah.
right? TomTom for the iPhone.
Yep.
When that updates, it's 100 megs.
Yeah, right.
So I'm not There's no way in hell I'm doing that
What-
over the 3G.
So why do you use TomTom? Is that more reliable than?
It's really, really good.
It
Is
is
it?
very good. Gives you
bought
turn
it.
by turn, Bluetooth streaming to the car. I use both. Depends.
But
you know?
Maps
Depends
does
how
Maps does that, doesn't it?
Maps does it well. Maps
Yeah, but
does it well.
TomTom downloads all of Australia's and New Zealand street maps onto the device through the
Yes, that's
Wi-Fi
right.
when it does the update, and it keeps it there.
I don't
Apple
need
Maps
to use
and
3G.
Google Maps need to use a 3G constantly unless you
Yeah.
pre-cache it. But then
That's
if you
right.
take an extra turn, then you're stuffed.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
And
And if you're
No,
in
but
the
it's-
middle
it's
of
on-
a
it's on the
place where there's
device.
no 3G, then you don't have any maps.
Yeah,
You
if
just
you're in
run
the
around in
outback, for
circles till
example,
you
you
run out of
wouldn't-
petrol.
Yeah, you wouldn't use
Maps.
the Apple Maps or Gmail in the outback,
now
just
apparently,
in case.
apparently the improved Siri uses Microsoft's Bing rather than Google in regards to finding things on the
They
internet.
really, really hate Google.
They do, don't they? They don't like Google.
Yeah.
But it's probably
Screw you, man.
Yeah, that's really bizarre.
Oh.
But the funny thing is, though, their search engine is still default Google on Safari browser.
But it goes. It's understandable, I think, because you've got Google, the creators of Android. Android's making inroads, into the iOS iPhone market share. Like it's
Yeah,
powering.
that's right.
It's absolutely powering.
So why give them any more? You say?
Well, why sort of be seen to be in bed with the enemy? So you've got to try and move away from the Googles and try and
Yeah.
define yourself elsewhere. I guess like why give?
No, I agree with that. I think eventually they'll probably have their own. I don't know if they're going to probably end up buying Bing, knowing Apple.
It's amusing because how long ago was it Microsoft versus Apple, and now they're like, yay, Microsoft is wonderful. I hate Google.
Yeah, come on board. We love Microsoft.
Next week they'll be like, yeah, we love Yahoo.
Yeah, we're going to
flavour of the
buy
week.
Yahoo.
Now, what? So is that those features, Eric? Is that about all that you've got on board, or is that there's
Well-
more to come? But
Look, there's more. There's one. I haven't done this yet because I don't want to put the OS, Mavericks, the operating system on you because I've been reading up about there's a few bugs in it still.
right.
The first one always is really shitty, so you'll probably get the third or fourth iteration before you put it on your system when it's pretty close to finish.
Yeah.
But there's a good one on there which I think Android phones have been doing for a while, that you look up directions on your computer and you can send it to your phone.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Well,
that's-
Google does
that's-
that
that-
anyway. That's with Chrome. So if you look it up, if you have Chrome on your iPhone, then you look up something on the Chrome on the PC, it'll probably come to your Chrome on the
Yeah, that's right. I think they use that sync thingo. But what you call it? Apple are coming out with their own maps for the desktop,
Right.
just like maps for this. So you got the 3D and all that sort of stuff on it, and then you can send directions from there to your
Oh, look,
phone.
I think they've been given a wake up call, and Samsung's given them a wake up call, and I think hopefully things are going to start to improve there. What
Well,
else?
they got a wake-up call because they got rid of Forstall. They realised that he was the one holding them back with all that stupid stitching and the calendar and all. He was just very. He didn't keep up. That's why Johnny Ive took over the design of the software because
Well-
he had some idea of how it should look, and it is a very nice looking interface. And it just you look at it and it looks like your phone's lighter.
Right. Yeah.
Even though it's not lighter, you look at it and go, oh, that looks like a light phone.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
yeah.
that sort of clean and crisp sort of interface.
Now, I've got another couple of Apple stories, but do you have anything else that came out of this conference that happened?
What about the new bin-looking PC?
The what?
The
Oh
garbage
yes,
bin.
the garbage bin. I don't mind
Yeah.
that.
Well, I've got that. Well, let me just
It's,
brush
looks-
through. I have got a picture of that here for those on the internet, but on the YouTube. But let me go first with new MacBook Air models. They've been announced and released. Apparently,
Yeah,
they're
they're
available
nice.
now. They're available right now.
Yeah, look, they're really good. I like those a lot.
They got the Haswell chipset from Intel, which means that you get much longer battery life. So you can get on the 13-inch, I think it is, you get 12 hours of battery on your laptop.
12
That's
hours,
bloody
yeah,
good.
full day.
Yeah.
And Apple are usually pretty accurate. I would say it's probably closer to 9, but
Yep.
it's still pretty good.
Well,
Better than
11-inch.
you get anywhere else.
11-inch can deliver up to 9 and the 13-inch up to 12. But apparently, standby is up to 30 days. So that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
like the iPad.
The new models double the base SSD storage to 128 gig. These are new drives as well. Apple claims that they're up to 45% faster than the drives that they're replacing. The new models don't feature Retina screens. 11-inch MacBook Air starts at $1099 and the 13-inch at $1299, and they're available right now. Now,
I spec'd it out with increased disk space, 512 or whatever it was, and it came in at just over $2,000, which was pretty good
that's all right.
for that, and super fast. 8 gigs of RAM and
Yeah.
that sort
I
of
think
thing,
it's got the new Intel HD 5000 graphics chipset built into the motherboard too, which is a lot better.
Yeah, right. Okay.
The battery life, is that measured with everything off, or I mean, obviously not the computer,
Well,
but
we
I mean,
don't
like
know.
Wi-Fi and. Okay.
No. I think they try and mimic real world situations. I still don't reckon you're going to get 12 hours. I really don't. Look, and it depends. If you're going to do heavy processing duties like movie editing, it's not going to get 12 hours. You'll get 5. But if you're surfing the web, you're typing doc and checking your email, you'll probably get, I reckon, 8 to 9. I don't reckon anyone will ever get 12. But 8 to 9 is not too bad.
Yeah, that's really good. And well, don't forget they don't have a CD or optical drive, so that probably saves a lot of power. SSD, so
And
there's no
SSD.
there's no
There's
spinning.
no moving parts on the SSD.
Yep. So Shane mentioned the bin. You know what the bin is? Well, I've got a couple of pictures here. When I first heard of
I
this,
wouldn't mind a
creepy.
bin. I wouldn't mind a bin. Tell you
Be
the truth.
fast.
I just want one.
Yeah, it looks
Put some flowers.
it looks
in.
good, and it's $3,500 for pretty well specced up, and I reckon that's pretty good value.
Space
So-
age.
So what is this we're talking about, you ask? And now I came across this. Someone I was talking to another Jason last night, and he put me onto this one, and I just couldn't believe the design of this thing. This has just blew my mind. If you get a chance and you're not watching the show, go and Google new Apple Mac Pro and have a look at this little baby. If you took a Coke can and scaled every dimension by 250%, that's probably about the size of it and the shape of it. It's got a new thermal core, a triangular air duct that runs through the center of the hardware with one huge fan mounted at the top. Now, the 2013 Mac Pro has been totally redesigned with a new cylindrical chassis and vastly upgraded internals that have been designed to last for apparently 10 years. I don't know if that's tongue-in-cheek or not. It probably would be because the computers are going to be, like the actual physically it might last for 10 years, but productively wise, it probably won't. 12.
Get it together.
Oh,
Get it
no.
together.
12 core, 256-bit Intel Xeon E5 processor with a 1866 megahertz DDR3 RAM capable of 60 gig per second data transmission. Oh, you happy with those, eh? Uses PCI.
It's not for sale yet. It's not for sale yet.
Not yet. So look, what other things can I tell you about? It's got a PCIe flash-based storage. It's got 4 USB 3 and 6 Lightning 2 ports. I've got another picture here. There's another picture of it there, a bit closer. HDMI out and 1.4 dual gigabit Ethernet jacks, Wi-Fi 802.11ac, Bluetooth 4, and a usual pair of the little 3.5 audio jack. The first,
They've got some. They've gone crazy on the bit of FireWire in there too. Apparently,
the first Mac that will ship. It's the first Mac that will ship with dual AMD Fire Pro GPUs as standard, which will support 4K displays. So it's pretty good.
yes, three 4K displays. That's right.
Now what is
It
that?
looks a little bit Doctor Who, don't you reckon?
Well, that's right. I've got a picture of the time rotor out of the centre of the TARDIS.
There you go.
How do you think of that, eh? Oh, it's in the time rotor.
The same thing I'm seeing. I can't see the difference.
I know. It's
the
hard
only
to.
downside is that everything is soldered in there, so there's nothing you can upgrade, which is
That's
a bit
an issue.
unfortunate
Yeah.
for future
That
expansions.
was going to be my question. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you won't be able to
I
upgrade
suppose they've done that. I don't know why they've done that. Probably because it's so small.
I don't know.
Anyone getting in there.
They just want it to look good. You know, that you can't have something look good if you can fit your hand in it, can you? But that looks awesome, eh? That looks just
It looks
wild. It looks wild. And I'm sure.
And did we all
That's brilliant.
did we all hear
that Dyson
what's his
would
name?
make.
Who?
Did we all hear Phil's ad libbing where he
Yeah.
made that comment about not being able to innovate?
Can't
Well-
innovate my arse.
But do a search for 25th anniversary Mac Pro,
Yeah.
and it looks exactly the same.
Really? I
Mhm.
will.
Go through a search.
Anniversary Mac Pro. All
One
right.
of the other new features for the iOS as well is if your phone gets stolen and they wipe it off, they can't reactivate it without your Apple ID.
Oh,
You're right. Yep. That's
Hang
right.
on.
Yep.
I've got a
Well,
picture.
Or they could
it's funny
just
you
wipe it
mentioned
off
that
and
because I had to unlock my phones today with Telstra, and the only way whether I could check it is to get another SIM from another carrier and put it in
that's
there.
how
I guess
test
so.
mine as well.
Did
Well, you got to do it. I suppose that's the only way to do it. And when I put it into the iOS phone, it asked me for my MobileMe email address and password. Wouldn't let me activate it otherwise.
Now, how did you unlock your phone? Over the internet?
Just ring them. No, just
Just
ring them
ring
up.
up and say unlock it.
Well, did you know, and I haven't tried this yet, but I'm going to try it, in the Telstra 24/7 app, there's an unlock your phone thing. And apparently you just...
Yeah, but you do it on the web. You can do it on the web, but then you got to wait 5 hours, and you just
Oh, yeah. Well, that doesn't matter.
see how you,
Send it
see
to
how you
somebody
go.
to click the button on the server.
Yeah. I'm
Is
gonna,
that still a chargeable thing? They used to charge for it.
No.
No, if you're on a plan, they don't charge you.
yeah,
Okay.
postpaid is free. So I'm going to do it just for the sake of it because you never know when that might stop and whatever. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can also on the web you can activate international roaming. Not that you'd ever do that because you get charged a freaking bomb.
yeah, well, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
don't
right.
do that, Shane. AT&T, mate. When you go in the States,
Yeah.
you're gonna get slugged.
Now, any more Apple stories before we can finish up with Apple? Because I've got a few others to get through. Has anyone else got any more? Well, that's about it. Did you watch the? Did you watch the?
Oh, they
I did.
got the iWork is now in the cloud as well, a bit like Google Docs.
Yes, but no
And Microsoft
collaboration.
365.
No collaboration, no.
No collaboration. You can do all your documents and everything in the browser. Your Keynote thingos, which is PowerPoint. Your documents, your spreadsheet, just like Google Docs in the browser, but no collaboration. How dumb is that? That is extremely stupid.
Yeah, Google Docs has got it. You can see when other people are editing and
That's right.
changes, that sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why they just don't hop to
It'll
it.
have to come in the future, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing is the streaming radio. It's like Spotify.
but not.
iTunes Radio.
But it's not coming to
with
Australia.
ads.
Is that right? It won't be here in Australia.
Not yet.
No,
It'll
it
come
is.
to
It's not here
Australia
yet,
later.
but it is coming.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's going to the US first.
Yeah. Okay.
That's where they get the rights. Same as Pandora and all that started in the US first and then got rights around the world, slowly opened up.
I started getting
Yeah, exactly.
Italian ads on my Spotify today. How weird was that? I don't know why.
Because you're a dirty
It's
speak.
bellissimo.
Well,
Hey, what you do, eh?
someone
what
said
you gonna
yeah,
do?
Someone
You
said
wanted a pizza?
no. Someone suggested I was on a VPN, but I wasn't. So I don't know why I was getting. Yeah, I'll check my settings and everything. I'm all Aussie and all that sort of stuff. But I don't
Did
know.
you restart your router?
No, but I've restarted the computer. I'll have a look to it. I didn't care anyway. Like, who cares? They're only ads. All right. So, Shano, how's your week in tech going? What have you got for
It's
us?
nearly over.
nearly over. What about?
Right, let's start with. I found one.
Okay.
Tim Berners-Lee was born on the same day but different year as my wife.
Who the
Tim
hell's that?
Berners-Lee, June 8th, 1955, was
That
born
must give
in
you a real
London.
excitement. That must give you some excitement there.
I was more excited than what my wife was when I told her.
Did you have to have a
You'd
moment?
be like, who?
Did you have-
Tim what?
Tim, what? Do I know him? Did he come around for dinner last week?
Burner, he's that comedian guy off TV. I've seen.
Pete Burner.
Separated at birth.
Yeah. Also on June 8, 2008, Apple announced Mac OS 10.6, Snow Leopard.
All right.
And they've just announced the
No
new
more
one.
cats anymore. All the cats.
No, they're going beaches or something now.
Yeah.
And then the red one,
OSX beaches.
Yeah, beaches, we're back.
Hey, you pack of beaches.
Oh yes, yes. Keep going,
I'll
Shane.
do this last one. Yeah, let's plow through. June 11, 1997, Felipe Khan took the first camera phone photograph of his newborn daughter and then wirelessly transmitted the photo to more than 2,000 people around the world. He had hacked together a digital camera and phone. Khan went on to form the company Lightsurf, which I've never heard of.
Ah, there you go. And did you do the Carl Essendler one? Is that the one you were talking about? He legally registered soldier's knife for use by the Swiss Army. There you go. That was good.
Oh, no, I didn't do that one.
June 12, 1897. That's a long time ago. I was watching MasterChef last night, and did you know that there's wherever they were, they're in the Barossa Valley, right? And where they're at some winery. Yeah, well, that's all right. But they're in the Barossa Valley, and they're at this winery that is the only winery in the world that produces a 100-year-old wine. I thought that was quite.
Does the wine have a cravat on it?
No, I don't think so. But I didn't I think that's amazing. I think that's outstanding. That's outstanding.
You want to have some patience.
Well, you'd have to, because as I said last night, I said all this wine that's getting sold now is the 100-year-old wine. Everyone's dead that made it. They're all gone. They're gone.
They never got to try it out. That's a shame.
Yeah.
And there's no proof then that it's 100 years old because you can't really talk to anyone about it.
No, maybe 100. But like 100 years ago. So what? In 1913, someone said, let's put this barrel.
Some 30-year-old guy had his smelly feet into the grapes. That's right.
And said, let's put this barrel aside for 100 years, and I'll let my great-grandchildren drink it.
That's right. We'll put it aside, and when they start making MasterChef in 2010, it'll be nearly ready.
Well, that's right. That's exactly right. All right. Now, usbonthego.com.au. Now, you know all about these guys. They're doing, they send you out little, cords and stuff to go into your Android phone, and it can help you do different things. And we're missing Will tonight because he's the one that normally spooks on about these little fellas. But let me show you some pictures. But anyway, pretty much, all they do is you can buy card readers. So you can turn your phone, you can attach a card reader to your phone so you can back up, pull your photos off or any media and you put onto an SD card. There's car chargers, USB car chargers. You put the charger in your cigarette lighter and it's got a little USB thing on it. I use one in my car. It charges my iPhone great. And little things like that. Now, if you want a little one of these little things, a micro USB on the go cable, and you need one to just attach some sort of USB device to your phone, well, comment on our Facebook post. There'll be a Facebook post going up tonight, and all you got to do is just comment on it, like the page, and tell us why you want one, and we'll send you one. Easy, cool. All right, don't rush though. There's only 3, okay? So if you're the first 3, you'll be right. You'll be right. All right. So that's all thanks to usbonthego.com.au. Free postage if you decide to order from them. So it's all good, and they're an Australian company. So let's get behind them, support them. And they've done the quality assurance already. The cables and stuff obviously do come from overseas, but they've gone away. They've got the cables. They've gone the hard drive. Go, yeah, this works. This one don't. This one works. This one don't. And they've got the ones that works, and they're giving them to you. So usbonthego.com.au. Thank you very much. All right, and also a couple of other websites that you might need to know about, you might like to know about. The Twitter for Aussie Tech News. We haven't mentioned that for a little while, but there are 2 news stories twice a hour. Is that right? One every 30 minutes of the current news into your Twitter feed. So if you follow at Aussie Tech News, you will be able to get that. And also the specials, the replays of Shane's interviews are still available at aussietechheads.com.au/specials. Tom Merritt, Brian Brushwood, Isaac Akhtar, and OMG Chad. So they're all there. And don't forget also the radio, aussietechheads.com.au/radio or aussietechradio.com. And yeah, good stuff. All right. Now let's get moving back on to some more news, some more and varied news rather than Apple's, because I got one. Let me start all the way at the back, right at the top, because Apple wasn't my first choice of stories, but a little one that probably doesn't really mean much to me, might to you. HP is going to bundle Google Apps. Hewlett Packard on Tuesday said it was preparing to bundle its small business PCs, which are the HP SMB IT in a box offering. They're going to bundle it all up with printers and the Google Apps for Business. So there you go. So that's
It's probably not a bad idea, actually.
Well, they were, these two were, HP was in bed with Microsoft, but they're sort of, they're getting cold feet, they're getting more and further
The marriage
apart.
is over.
That's right. It looks like
marriage is over.
it's going to the bundles of HP PCs. It's going to have a management console, administration technology, and customer support with Google Apps for Business, which includes Gmail, IM, Calendar, Drive, Docs, and other applications. Will it work? I don't know. I just think. Do you think that? Sorry, I was just going to say that. Look, when it comes to like say Office applications, I do think Microsoft's got the best product. Like if you try to use the Google spreadsheet and you want to do something tricky, well, you can't.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't.
I agree.
So you got to go back to Microsoft, haven't you? So that's what I do. But yeah, sorry, Shane, what were you trying to say?
I was just going to ask Jason if he knew any extra stuff about this story.
Can't say too much.
Oh, yeah.
All
Conflict of interest. Can't say how much.
Well, you stay out of it.
Fair enough.
And so I don't know. I think that it's good. Email for sure. For sure, I can see the benefit of the email. So you don't have to have an Exchange server and all this sort of business. But Word for the checkout chicks there, and it probably works. But if you're getting higher up, even the word processing, if you're trying to do something really, really snazzy, I think you need to head on over to the Microsoft suite. But anyway, that's the way they're going to go. So good on them. 4G is all go for Vodafone.
Yeah, right.
100 meg per second 4G released just now too.
Ah, what a load.
How about that?
It launched.
See?
not gonna
And
work.
you're stuck with these other ones that don't do 100 megs, aren't you?
No.
Now you
Well,
wish
that's
you
right.
were Vodafone.
Yeah, I bet. I wish. Well, I put the Vodafone SIM in my iPhone today, and I had 1 bar, so I'm pretty happy.
One of the guys I work with is on Vodafone. He's got an iPhone 5. He doesn't see the LTE or 4G light up on it at all.
I've got. Hey, Glenn, I've got LTE at my place now.
Oh, nice.
Full time.
Full
time,
Full
yeah.
bars.
No, it varies. If I'm in the bedroom now, the office now, and I've got 2 bars. If I go outside, it goes to about 3 to 4. If I just
Right.
step out here, yep.
Oh,
Few
yep.
feet.
Yep. I can get LTE in certain parts of the house, but it's pretty low. It's nothing that.
It's always in the toilet though, isn't it?
Yes, nothing to write home about. Probably because there's so much
That's
ceramic and the signal bounces and stuff. But anyway,
You mean the 4G is in the toilet, or that's where he gets the best signal?
He's always in the toilet.
I could say
He's got
something,
a
but I won't there.
he's got a repeater in there.
That's right. Well, there's a lot of repeating sometimes.
Only if he drinks too much,
Too much Vindaloo.
then he's repeating a bit.
That's where I get most of the bars in the toilet. So the telco said the 4G network had demonstrated trial speeds of up to 100 megabits, so trial speeds. But then it comes and says the download speeds are between 2 meg and 40 meg, according to the website. New customers will be able to join the network from next month, and while 4G services are open to existing customers now. Is anyone still
Only
with
in the capital
Vodafone?
cities.
Yeah, it's
Only
only
in the capital.
Is anyone with Vodafone?
not here.
Those who haven't managed to escape.
Well, they had a mass exodus in 2010, and as Jay said, capital city
And
Sydney,
11 and 12 and 13.
Sydney, Perth, Melbourne.
One of the guys I work with is on Vodafone, but that's only because all his friends are already there, and because they get the free minutes Vodafone to Vodafone, they don't want to move, so he can't move. Otherwise, he's going to start paying for his call, and they talk a lot.
Well, I'll tell you, I got a call from Telstra yesterday, I think it was, and they ring up and they go, "Oh, I think we can do better for your bill," and I go, "Right, okay."
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
sit
right,
there,
yeah,
Sure, give it a go.
yeah. So you sit there. I must have sat there for at least 10 minutes, right? Like 10 minutes is a long time when I'm trying to do stuff. So I'm sitting there answering questions, which she would have the answers anyway. Like,
Yes.
"Oh, have you got cable? How much do you use? Do you have a
You
home?"
should know that.
I know. So anyway, right at the end, I'm thinking to myself, should I just hang up on this bird? Like, I just wanted this to end. I just don't need it, and because I thought they're not going to be able to do nothing for me. I'm in contract with everything. So anyway, at the end of the conversation, she goes, "Now what we can do for you is we can give you mobile to mobile, your choice of mobile, free calls all the time. Free calls for an extra $2 a month. And I went,
Kim's got an iPhone, right?
yeah. And I said, well,
Yep.
we don't hit our cap anyway. So what do I want free calls for? I said, well,
Yep.
I said,
Correct.
it's only $2, but don't worry about it. I thought,
It's just their way of getting $2 out of 40,000 customers per month. A lot of money.
yeah. And I just
Yeah,
thought,
and-
it's just crazy. It's crazy. So I'm not going to go through that exercise anymore. I'm done with those things. That was it. But anyway, getting back to that Vodafone story. Vodafone will extend the 4G network to 1,000 sites by the end of the year, and it spent $500 million overhauling its network since 2010. So there you
Which
go.
they should have had done by 2010.
Which they should have done by 2008.
Yeah. All right, Shane.
Better late than never, right, guys?
Hello.
Yeah, but they've got no... Look, anyone that gets the 4G will get 100 megabits per second on
Yeah,
that.
there's nobody else on the
there's no one else on it, exactly. And then when people realise, this is a good deal, it'll drop back down to 1 megabit.
Oh, if that. Okay, Shane. What have you got for us this week?
I might start with the story where it's a Google story. Oops, I do not want to do that. Let me go back to it. Oh, no, you just kicked me out.
Oh no. Well,
Switch to
Google.
someone else. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Was that?
Let's get it on ad break.
Start with.
All right.
The last few weeks I've been talking, Glenn, about Waze for social.
That's the one I was going to do.
GPS. That's
Yes.
the one. I found it for you. You're welcome. Google has bought Waze for more than $1 billion to recover ground lost after Google Maps was surpassed by Facebook as the most popular US smartphone app. So first there was rumours that Apple was going to buy it, and Tim Cook said, no, we didn't even think about it. Then there was rumours that Facebook was going to buy it, and everyone's like, what the hell for? But Google has actually bought it, and they're going to integrate it in with their Google Maps, so you'll be able to get live updates as reported via friends and other people, probably on Google Plus and maybe Facebook as well.
I thought that's what that
Which is
now was all
fantastic.
about. Didn't you tell me that Google Now did all that?
Google Now is for alerting you of things. It's a bit like Siri, but it's also can predict, if you've got an appointment at the doctor's and you put the street address of the doctor in there, it'll tell you, and it's at 2 o'clock, it'll tell you at 1:30, well, the traffic's a bit bad, it's going to take you half an hour to get there, so you probably want to leave now.
Yeah.
But this is to integrate with the actual Google Maps itself, and then people can, when they're driving along with Waze, if you're stopped for a particular extended amount of time, it'll pop up and say, hey, we notice you're not moving much at the moment due to the GPS satellites. Are you stuck in a jam? And you just click a button that says yes. And I believe it's also got some voice commands that it can work with. And then if enough people in that area report that there's a traffic problem there, you can put in what kind, whether it's debris on the road or a smash or a roadworks or whatever, then it'll pop up on the maps pretty soon. So if somebody behind you is traveling to that area and they want to go through it, it'll say rerouting around a known issue in live time, whereas the other maps will just send you through there because they don't know that there's a traffic jam.
Well, I tell you, I downloaded that now upon your recommendation for the iPhone.
Sure.
And I know that you said it didn't work as good. And I don't know if I've done something wrong. All I can get is news. That's all I can get. All I do is news and the
I don't
stocks.
even get that much.
That's it. That's all. It's useless.
I'll
Anyway,
show you my one.
I'm gonna
It's what it
uninstall.
should look like.
Hang on, we've
grab
we've lost your little picky.
Is that an Android that you're holding up there? Well, we're holding up?
Me? No, that was an Apple.
My skin... Oh, that... What was that? My
This
skin's
is the app you're
blistering.
looking at.
Oh, my skin's
Got a little guy
blistering.
like this. There's a street map there.
Oh, see,
Got a
I
little
don't get
bubble
any
in
of
the
that.
bottom corner.
I'm not doing any of that.
There's no news on it at all. Maybe you downloaded something else called Waze, but it's not spelled the same.
No,
as
now. It was
TWAZE.
now. Now. I
Google
download-
Now. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. But anyway,
Google
I might,
Now you can configure, go in the settings and tell it where you live and work, and then it can work things out much easier for
It
you.
didn't. It doesn't. It's stuffed anyway. Doesn't matter. Anyway, Shane, what do you got?
I have got my backup story.
Dun, dun, dun.
Cisco to pay TiVo in patent settlement.
Oh,
This is a story about Cisco Systems and Google will give digital video recorder pioneer TiVo a lump sum payment totaling 490 million as part of the deal that will end the company's litigation over the patents over the set-top box technology. Basically, this came about when Google bought Motorola Mobility. Apparently, Motorola had some sort of set-top box that they were designing that infringed on TiVo patents, and because obviously Google bought them, Google kind of had to wear that. Cisco were doing the same sort of thing. They were looking at having their own set-top box, and again, apparently that infringed on TiVo patents. So together they had to pay $490 million.
well, that's
Brilliant.
a lot, isn't it? Well, talking about patents, I got a little story about a patent. Google facial password patent aims to boost Android security. Users could be soon asked to pull a series of faces to unlock their Android phones or tablets.
That's a good face.
Google has filed a patent suggesting users stick out their tongue or winkle their nose in place of a password. How do you like them? How do you like them apples? I don't know if you've ever seen a patent, but I'll tell you, go to the show notes, aussietechheads.com.au/ that'll do, podcast, and have a look at the story here, Google facial password story. There's a link to the patent that was filed. Now, this thing is huge, you know, like so long. It must have taken some eagle, like, must have been like a couple of weeks in the making, you know, like every single aspect of a funny face that you could possibly think of. Every little, you know, every muscle in the face was saying, oh, you know, the third muscle from the left of the right eye, you know, if that goes up, we've got that one. You know, it's just insane. It was insane. So, yeah, so go and have a look at that. All right, Jace, did you have any stories? Or are you just jumping on everyone else?
There's Google Now for you. Should look like this.
Oh, hang on. Google Now. No.
Yep.
What's the icon
Can
look like?
you-
Should look like this. The
Can you
card.
get that on the iPhone?
Yes.
You can.
But not
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
just released in the last few weeks for
Yeah,
iPhone.
because I was looking for it a few weeks ago and I couldn't find it.
Well, maybe I've
Google
just...
apps tend to be difficult to find on the iPhone. You have to look actually just under Google rather than the application you're looking for, and then click on more applications by this person. I had the same
Okay,
problem
all right.
when I was looking for Google Maps and stuff in the past.
Okay.
Right. What happened
It's just
then?
called
All I
Google
get is
Now.
weather.
Is it called Google Now?
Yeah, it should be called Google Now.
Okay.
Can someone just quickly check the stream there for us to see if it's still streaming? Because for some reason, Will's thing just jumped out of the Hangout, I think. And
No, still streaming.
if Will jumps out, things stop. Computer.
Oh, it's not live.
Oh,
It's
right.
not live.
All right. Well, what we'll do is we'll just go start. And can you just tell me when that comes back on, please? Or if it comes on, just give us a couple of seconds. It'll come back on because I'm doing it from here. All right. Now, what else have we got going? I've got another story. Oh, where's that coming from? I've got feedback as well now. Oh, it's all falling apart. I think I've got another story.
I got another one if you want me to go on.
Yes, go, please.
Facebook is adopting the hashtag, one of the most recognizable features of its rival Twitter, in a move to position the world's top social network as an important complement to television, sport, and breaking news. Facebook will begin to roll out the feature in its social network, making it easier for users and advertisers to find hotspots of user activity around specific events or topics. The hashtag, which appears as the hash symbol and was first popularized on Twitter, enables users to follow specific topics of conversations or trends within a social network's ever-changing stream of user comments. Facebook users will now be able to group comments in the same topic by typing the hashtag alongside a keyword, such as #OzPoll at the end of a post. Just like on Twitter and other social networks, Instagram, Tumblr, and Pinterest, hashtags will be clickable. When a user clicks on a particular hashtag in Facebook, they'll be taken to a feed of posts about that given topic. And Google Plus also has got hashtags embedded on there. If you upload a photo or something and put a little bit of information, it'll auto hashtag it with the hashtag that Google decides on. And then when you click on it, it'll flip over your photo with information about similar related topics. So there's a few people who've been complaining, if you use hashtags on Facebook, you're a terrible person, but now it's going to be an integrated part of it. So
Good.
Too bad.
You are back on, Glenn.
Oh, thank you.
Just in case you didn't know.
I think, because I started streaming from here instead of streaming through Will's joint. All right. So hopefully those on the radio stream, hopefully Will can put that back on. Here he comes back. All right. Now, where are we up to? Yeah, Facebook. I always put hashtags on Facebook because that's just the way to go, especially because it replicates
Well, a
itself
lot of
over
people
Twitter.
use Instagram and stuff like that, and it cross-posts to, Facebook and Twitter and Tumblr automatically. So people who know that it's going to go to Twitter want to hashtag it on there, and it just happens that it sends the same data to all the different networks. So Facebook is just capitalizing on that as well. Since they own Instagram, they're going to want to have that sort of support on their system as well.
Yes. Shane, have you got any more?
Yeah, hang on.
How about the
The
Microsoft?
next one that I will. Microsoft allows used games on Xbox One. Microsoft upcoming Xbox One gaming console will be able to play used games, clearing up worry among gamers and video game retailers. But I don't believe that means old games, as in like the Xbox 360 games.
No.
Actually, if I just read the next sentence, that would have said. That means video game discs that users will buy will be limited to not be limited to one Xbox One device, and players can share or trade in the games that they bought with other used games, just as they have been to do in the past. Microsoft Corp said in a blog post on Thursday that it will not charge a fee to retailers, publishers, or gamers for transferring their old games. The Xbox One, which goes on sale later in the year, will need to be connected online at least once every 24 hours for this to work. Some players had been concerned that the console was going to require constant internet connection, but it obviously doesn't. Users will be able to access their games from other consoles through an online library after installing them on their primary device. So you can go to a mate's place and play your games. They will be able to watch live TV and Blu-ray DVD movies on an Xbox One without internet connectivity. Microsoft said. Yeah.
I was just going to say, so because that was slightly different to the story that I pulled out. That was probably this story one that I got was probably a little bit older, where everyone was worried about all this sort of stuff. So, are you saying that now this is all hunky dory? They've clarified it.
Not exactly. No, the new update is that from Microsoft official that you can sell a game once to one friend who's on your Xbox Live friends lists and nobody else in the world. And once he's bought it, that he cannot resell it to anybody else ever again.
That's
so
rubbish.
You've got one chance where the used game can go to somebody so long as they're a friend or family member, and then that's it.
And you've got to be my story here. You've got to be a friend for at least 30 days before you can do this.
Yeah. So you can't say to somebody on eBay, "Do you want to buy my Call of Duty? Just add me as a friend." Okay, we'll transfer it now. You have to sit on there and wait 30 days before you can sell it to them. So it's still not ideal. And also, as Shane was saying, you have to have your Xbox online once a day. So if your internet goes out for a few days because somebody dug up the line in the Telstra pit full of asbestos,
you're off.
You can't play your games for a few days until it comes back on again, and through no fault of your own. So it's a bit annoying that way, whereas the good thing about PlayStation 4 is they don't care whether you're connected or not. You can still play your games. You can resell the used games a million times if you want. And they don't have any region locking, which Xbox does. So
I think, like Dad said, these little restrictions, if I was aware of them when buying a console, and obviously I am, that would turn me off completely.
Yeah,
completely
exactly.
Turn me off that
system.
Without a doubt,
one of the other news stories that I haven't actually got listed, but somebody said to Microsoft, one of the head Microsoft guys in an interview yesterday or today, so what about this thing where you have to connect at least once a day? What if you don't want to do that? And Microsoft said, well, we've got a solution for that. You just buy an Xbox 360. You know, that one can be played offline. So there you go, no problem. So
isn't that rubbish?
Buy two devices. Microsoft says buy two devices. You have the Xbox One for when you got the internet, and when that doesn't work, you just go buy a Xbox 360. And you can play games on there.
They've actually released another 360.
Yeah. Yeah,
well, they redesigned the 360 so it looks like an Xbox One as well now, so you can buy a Xbox One-like 360. So you can imagine somebody at Christmas is like, here's a picture of a Xbox One, Mum. can we buy that? Yep. She goes out and buys a 360. Looks the same.
Microsoft argued that these policies allow individuals greater access to their games, yeah, right, even if players are not on their own console. After, this is a quote, after signing in and installing, you can play any of your games from any Xbox One because a digital copy of your game is stored on your console and in the cloud. So, for example, while you're logged in at your friend's house, you can play your games. What I can't understand is, like, why can't they just say, all right, only one person can be logged in at a time. Like, then if you're playing it, or if you're, you know what I mean? There must be another way. Whereas just this blanket rule, just going, sell it to a friend once, can't sell it again, or can't lend it. Like, these things if they come on the media, and they should. I just don't like it. I think they'll change their mind. I think that they'll lose their dominance.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of people who are going, we're going to go with the PS4 instead of the Xbox now. It's just not worth it.
Where do these guys come from?
That thing we were talking about, I think it was last week or the week before, must have been the week before, where you're asking about sharing the games and all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
That, I think what you may have been referring to is where, and you touched on it just then, where you can only be logged in once. There is a way, and I can't remember the exact details of how many, but say it's 10. There's an ability, there's like a family pack where 10 people can actually share that game on any console, but only one person can play it at that time.
Yes.
And I think it has to be like a family thing, so it might only be like 5 people.
Yes. Yeah. Well, why can't they even say, can't they drill it down? I suppose you can change your IP address or something, but can't you? Yeah, I think the 5 people thing, that's probably fair enough. Like, you're not going to have more than 5 in the house, 5 Xboxes in the house. So I think that's...
I hope not.
Yeah, it's like what Apple does, their license for the OS X, isn't it 5? Is that right? Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so something like that.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is going to...
Microsoft for their new Office products as well. You can install on about 3 machines if you buy a family pack.
Yes, well, that was to combat the different devices that you might be accessing things from, I think.
Yeah.
But look, I just totally disagree with what they're doing there, Microsoft. Totally.
The one
The
thing
other
I
thing that
wonder
they're,
is that,
But that's Microsoft. That's what they do.
You've seen Microsoft has been touting how wonderful it's going to be in the living room. It's going to replace your PVR. You're going to plug your cable box into it, things like this, and watch your Netflix and stuff. None of that's going to work here. So it's really just going to be a gaming box, same as the Xbox 360. I mean, there's a couple of catch-up TV things, but nobody's going to use their Xbox 360 for that, let alone Xbox One. So when it gets here, it's still going to be just gaming. And if they're going to nerf the gaming so much as they're doing, then I think a lot of people in Australia are probably going to go for a PS4.
But because I've got an Xbox here, 360, and it's only one of those little ones, no hard drive. I think it's just got 4 gig in it or something. And unless I can't even watch YouTube on it. Because you've got to be a member of Xbox Live or something.
Oh, God.
I know, and it's $12 a month or something like that. And I just thought, stuff that. And so
on the Apple TV, you can watch YouTube, dude.
Yeah.
Same thing's going to happen with the Xbox One. You have to have Live Gold membership to be able to use any of the online stuff. Now, PS, you used to be able to do multiplayer gaming without PlayStation Plus network account, but you won't be able to do that in the future. But if you're in America and you want to watch YouTube or Netflix or any of the streaming things, and I guess in Australia they probably have Quick Flicks and things like that, then you'll be able to do that on PS4 without a Plus account, but you won't be able to do it without an Xbox Live account.
Yeah, no, it's
the
rubbish.
other thing Microsoft are doing are dropping the point system, apparently.
Yeah, that's going to be all money based.
Oh,
so
what happens if you got points?
The game is $16 instead of 1,300 points or something. They're going to convert it into equivalent cash, they say.
Good, because I think just for the
based on the Aussie dollar.
Probably. Just for the exercise, I think
on the imaginary Aussie dollar, you still want to, even when the Australian dollar is high and you want to buy something, they still charge you more than what it is in the US dollars.
Yeah, no, that's wrong. I think that they got to change that. That's disgraceful. That's just
That's Microsoft. That's what they do.
Sorry.
On the Apple TV, you can watch the keynote on Apple TV. There's a podcast app.
Well, I'm getting
you can just go and watch the keynote.
I've ordered a little device from Honkers, And when I get it, I'm going to do a review on it because I saw one in action. And you know what? It's a great little device. It's
What is it?
Well, I'm going to tell you. It's like turn your dumb TV.
Fantastic device.
Get to
listening?
it.
It's fantastic.
Stop
It's
selling the
best
sizzle
device.
and show us the steak.
I haven't got it yet because it's on its way. It's on a boat, so it's on its way over the Pacific. But it's going on eBay. It's an Android mini PC. It plugs into your HDMI of your TV, and it's a little Android computer.
Yeah, one of the guys from work bought one of them. He says it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Use it for your PVR.
Yep.
You can watch YouTube. You can play a few games and all of that on your TV, and it's just like a little USB key.
Yeah, and it's
How
just
much was it?
$80 with a air wand remote, so you can wave it.
Abracadabra, like Harry Potter. Wingardium Leviosa.
Does it come with a cloak of invisibility?
No, you can see it.
Oh.
Oh, damn it.
No,
But you won't see it because it'll be in your box for 4 weeks on the floor.
probably. I did buy something that's still in the box. No, it's not
God,
in a box.
you're
It's in a
shocking.
packet. It's in a packet. But do you know what I bought?
You're shocking.
No, it only came today, but I'm going to open it up for next week. But what it is, I bought a scissor thing for my microphone. So instead of, I've got this hard sort of, I don't know, thing. What do you call it? A hard microphone thing.
You've got a swing mic like this.
Yeah, like yours, but and scissors. So it comes in and I don't know.
So,
Hang on, yeah, like that.
Don't get too technical on us. We won't be able to understand what you're talking about.
It's a scissor. Edward Scissorhands. That's what I want.
I've got
Yeah,
a
good on
pair
you.
of scissors in the drawer. I'll bring them out of the kitchen. I'll attach it to a microphone. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, so like I can push the mic up like that and away rather than having to pull everything apart to move it around. Yeah, all right.
I see you're getting into the 20th century.
I'll
You're
show you.
joining the 20th century, are you?
I'll show you next week what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Show us a picture. Show us a picture.
Oh, I can't. It's on. I can't. I can get up. No, it's. I can't.
Google
Don't
it.
worry. Don't worry. Don't
Google
worry.
images. You got the Google image foo. We talked about that last week.
Come on.
Mad skill.
Go. Google.
You had that dog,
Hang on.
right? So
Well, you
Yeah. Hey, if you
keep
can get
talking.
a couple of those,
What?
then you can
I
Google.
never
it.
have any problem with microphones getting stuck in my face, but
All right. Well, you keep
Better than
talking
getting
and I'll
the
show
dog
you.
sting stuck in your face.
Well, that's right. It stinks.
Here's my neat little microphone that I use for other recording. Haven't
I
it
got one
on
of
at the
them.
moment, but it's fantastic.
Yeah, I use that.
The blue.
Good quality.
I use that to stick into my iPad. So I got a microphone for my iPad.
Oh, yeah.
The cheapest place I found in Sydney to buy it was the Apple Store. Would you believe?
Oh, really?
How much?
Yeah.
That's
I checked-
surprising.
Checked all of the. Oh no, it was a few years ago now, but I checked all of the websites, and the cheapest one was Apple Store.
Well, I got mine. I bought it from some B&H, I think, over in the US, and to get it here with postage was cheaper than the Apple Store. So I think I might have paid around about, would it be $130? I think Apple was like $100.
Well, that's what's happening with the PlayStation 4. In the US, the PlayStation 4 is $100 cheaper than the Xbox, but here it's only $50 cheaper. So people are pre-ordering it from Amazon to get it shipped over for $419.
What's the shipping, though? They're pretty heavy units.
I think that's inclusive.
Oh, that's not bad.
And it's a lot cheaper than buying it when it gets released here. They
So you
pre-order
just
it.
need to change the plugs over.
There we
Yeah,
go.
or just get a converter plug that's on.
Converter.
That's what it is.
A lot of them have got the
What's it
110,
called?
240 volt.
What's it called?
It is.
Scissor thing though for your microphone.
It's a Zoom. Boom scissor arm stand. Yeah, like this.
Yeah, what you've
Boom,
got.
shake the room.
Yeah, with the little shock mounting thing on it.
Yeah, shock mount. Yeah, it's good. So it just moves around and
Yeah.
it just
You
bounces
don't even
along.
notice the earthquakes he has all the time we're doing them.
I don't. Everything
right.
else is moving except the mic.
Yeah, that's right. And I'll show you this little PC thing. Oh, I bought one of these too. How good is this? I went on the frenzy.
Oh, you're going off.
I know.
It's going off.
There's a little.
You can't have got your tax back already.
It's a little 2.5-inch HD car LED DVR video recorder. You stick it on your dashboard or up on the front of your windscreen, and it just records and re-records over and over and over until you say stop. So if you have an accident, you're like a copper. You can go, hang on, I got that on film. Isn't that
Yeah,
good?
I know what you're going to be doing with that camera. I won't. You dirty, dirty boy.
Nothing like that. And
Went it
then,
at the front of the car, yeah.
and then this is me little mini Android PC. And
Sweet.
hang on, where you go over here?
You are on a frenzy.
I know. How good's that? And that with the Air Mouse, that's it. And then that's what you get. And then you
I've
turn.
got a keyboard built into it.
Yeah, that's right. And turn your dumb TV into a smart TV, and it networks up to
So
your.
that you just put that into the the USB port or the HDMI. What
No,
do you do with that?
HDMI.
Yeah.
HDMI.
Goes into HDMI. It is powered though, so it does have to go into a PowerPoint. But I think,
that's all right.
but I don't know. You might be able to use the USB. It's got a USB plug in it as well. You might be able to chuck the USB into the USB of your TV to power it. I'm not sure about that. I'll wait till I get it.
Right.
You have to check. There's also a new socket well, not newish, but socket technology like HDMI. It's like HDMLI or something like that, and it's actually got power built into it as well. So you can plug one of those in. You don't need the external power.
Right.
Oh,
Sounds
yeah.
good.
So these ones that I've got here, this one here is what do they call a Ricoh Magic MK802111. So this was I can't remember. There's dual cores and quad cores out there. I'm not sure which one this was. I was chucking up between a dual and a quad. I think this was a dual. Let me go to the specs. Where are the specs? Let me have a look. This one here, this one I've just told you about. So watch stunning 1080p HD content from YouTube, blah, 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 blah. Oh, so this one's a quad core. Oh, no, it's quad core GPU. It'll be there somewhere. But anyway, there's two. There's a dual core and a quad core. It's got Android 4.1. Bloody doesn't say. Oh, here we go. It's a dual core. This one's a dual core. RK3066 dual core. But anyway.
That's still pretty good, though.
Yeah, look,
Still
I saw the
pretty
dual
good.
core working at a mate's place, and I was pretty impressed with it. Like, look at that. It turns your dumb TV into a smart TV. It's brilliant. And all for like $80 with the remote. And what also I think that you might be able to use your Bluetooth on your iPhone as the remote. I'm not sure. I'm going to sort all this out, and I'll let you all know.
Right.
But
Good for you.
How good is all
We
that?
want a
eh?
review next week.
Well, when I get it, I
I
haven't got
won't
it
be
yet.
here. I'll watch it from wherever I am,
From afar.
from afar. It's a secret.
Speaking of watching things from wherever you are, have we got Slingbox or an equivalent thing
No.
available to us in
No.
Australia?
I've been hanging for that, mate. We don't have it.
Well, what are you talking about? What, do you want to watch stuff from your TV wherever you
When
are?
you're not at home, yeah.
Yeah, well,
When you're outside of your home.
There are people who are setting up groups now, apparently, with sling boxes, and you can get them. If you join their group, they'll let you have the.
Oh, you
access to their
aggregate their
Sling
signal.
box, and then
What
you
you
can
need-
watch things in different countries.
what you need, Eric, is a thing, because I can. So if you leave your computer on at home, right? So I leave my home server on all the time.
Plex.
Who?
Yeah, you use Plex. You can use Plex.
Plex.
for
No,
that.
I got
Yeah.
this thing.
Box over here, yeah.
Well, I got this thing called Air Video, and it plays over Wi-Fi, over 3G. It transcodes before it sends to 3G. It's really good. It's Air Video for the iPhone.
Same sort of thing.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
But I've got to install something on my system first, right?
Yes, you do. Yes.
Like a media encoder server type software on
Yeah.
the Apple or the PC.
Companion type thing. Yes, that's
Companion.
right. But anyway, that's the way to go. But anyway, anyone got anything else?
Look,
'Cause
I don't
I
think I'll
think
be
we're
watching
finished.
much TV when I'm away, so I don't really give a rat's.
No, that's right. You don't do that when you're away. All right. Anyone got anything else, or we're finished? We good? All right.
I'm good.
No, we pretty much
gee.
did the Sony Microsoft thing anyway.
Okay. I thought you'd been in a bit of pain. Oh. You want a paper twice daily? Go to the aussietechheads.com.au/paper and go and have a look at the paper. It's produced twice a day with news from different places around the Twitterverse and so forth that different people have written, and it's all about tech, sport, whatever. It's not just tech. It's not a bad little thing. You go and have a look on your iPad. You probably get the best experience. It's great. It's great. What else?
Keep an eye out for free apps of the day.
Oh yeah, Facebook. You want to go to our Facebook site? Jason puts up a free Android app of the day, but free for only that day. So normally you got to pay for it, but for that day So check the Facebook every day, facebook.com/Aussie Tech Heads. And I do an iOS one as well. So, looking after everyone there, aren't we, Jace? Looking after everyone.
Sure are.
And
Both sides, the dark side and the light side.
that's right. Don't forget
What about the one bloke with the Microsoft phone?
what happened? Microsoft
The
phone.
one bloke with Microsoft.
Well, if
You don't get nothing free from Microsoft, son.
if anyone wants to do a Microsoft one, talk to me. I'll let you post one to the Facebook site.
If any crazy... Yeah.
Crazy cats. So, look, I don't mind that Microsoft phone. I wouldn't mind having a look at one of those. I think that'd be good. I like
Windows
Microsoft.
Phone.
Lumia.
Yeah.
Oh, you do. You're a lover.
Yeah, I'm a little a fanboy
Love.
of
Are you
Microsoft.
going to get a tablet? You're going to get a Microsoft tablet?
No, but I'd like to get a tablet that will run Windows 8 Pro. Yes.
That's what I mean. That's Windows RT or whatever. I think Hardly Normal is selling them now.
Yeah, but I don't want the Surface.
Probably get an Acer one.
Yeah, I think you can get better value in different areas. But anyway, I haven't got $1,000. So email if you want to contact us, Glenn, Eric with a K, Will, Shane with a Y, or Jason, spelt normally. At,
Jason with a P.
Silent P.
Jepson.
Jayscn.
At AussieTechHeads.com.au or follow us all on the Twitter. I'm at Aussie Tech Heads. You got Eric at Franco, Eric with a K, Shane with a Y, 1973, and what are you? Warlock, WAULOK at Warlock on the Twitter. All right, that's about end of the show. Thank you to the lounge once again, and I think we're done. Don't forget the Shoutcast Radio, AussieTechRadio.com, and we'll say bye for now and see you all next week. Bye, boys. Thanks for coming on.
Bye.
And we all send Will our best with his sore tooth. So get
See you later.
get
That's
well.
what he's got.
He had to go to the dentist at 2:30.
That's right.
2:30.
Chinese dentist. So he's got a little sore tooth. All right. Thanks, Lounge. Thanks, listeners. Thanks, YouTubers. Until next week. Bye for now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you all.
Yeah.